7:15 on this Friday before Election Tuesday. Bob Zdora is mic number 2. And come up here in just a minute. I'm very thrilled to have Judge Dan Kemp here as well. Going to be running for Chief Justice of the Supreme Court. Be visiting with him in a minute or two.
Yes, indeed. Yeah. No,
Bob Zdora. Hey, I love the new website.
I'll tell you what, Vision Amp, we went there and we said, this is what we want to do. And they were like, we can do this, but we can do this part better. Oh, great. And it's like, wow. They've done Beautiful. A great job. The pictures are all good.
That's White River. Where'd you take that out?
All the information that's on there, pictures showing the listings, showing other listings in the company. You know that I look at the back of the screen from this side. It's like, okay. So we,
the new studio will get you your own monitor.
That'd be nice. Wow. What a concept. But the information that's out there for people to find information on the area, different events that are coming up. She spends so much time and effort putting that in so that people can find things, so that people want to come to Mountain Home. And that's a big part of what we do. We do marketing. We do marketing, and we do it so well. We can get your property out there. We will show your property in the best possible way. But we can't do miracles. We can't make the price of it change from what it's going to be. We can help you get the best price for it, but we can't make a price that's not there. Mm-hmm. And when we come out and we do the research and we spend the time before we come out there, and when we come out there, sometimes we'll come out and we'll bring the computers out and I'll bring my stuff out and we'll show people this is what's on the market at your price point where you think you should be for a 3-bedroom, 2-bath house, a brick in town. It should be about this much. And there's a range in there because every house is a little unique. And then we'll go back and we'll go over the sales. And these are what these houses have sold for over time. That's the market. That's what an appraiser is going to do. That's what someone who's coming to buy a house is going to do the same thing. That's the miracle part. I can't change that number. I can get your house out there and get it exposed to millions of people to let them see it. But if it's not priced right, they can say, God, that's really a nice house, but I'm not going to spend that much for that house. I'll go buy this house instead. That's what we do. When we come on and we tell you this is about where you need to be, that's about where you need to be because that's where it's going to close. You have to decide. Time is money. You can make more money in that you can change your lifestyle. You can do different things to help you, if not get another job or find some other way. You can change the way you live a little bit and make more money, but you can't make more time. If you're trying to get someplace in a different stage of your life, if you're trying to if you're out and you're trying to get into town and that's time that you're wasting where you're getting a little more infirmed or a little more frail maybe and not being able to cut that grass or worried about dad being out on the mower or the tractor and worry about something bad happening to him or climbing up on the roof because he thinks he can still clean the gutters. Those are the kind of things that we need to, but that's part of the time element.
Reality.
And it's just reality.
Yeah.
And you may have people get a magic number in their head of what the home is worth without really having the information that we have that we can give them and say, here, this is what it should be. And I tell people, I'll sit down at somebody's table and we'll go over these things. And someone, they're kind of scratching their head and stuff. Well, I was kind of hoping. I can put 5 people in this chair that'll tell you how much you want for it. They'll tell you they'll get it for you. They can't. But they'll tell you they can to get the listing. I don't want a listing that we can't sell. We don't take them. We don't carry that many listings. We only carry
you don't get 30 your
listings
off of listings.
No, exactly. That's an expense. That's not helping people. That's what we do. We try to help people to move on to a different phase of their life, whatever it is that they're trying to do, whether they're a buyer or a seller. If you have a home that's not properly priced and you're just sitting there on it, you're just getting frustrated. And if you really don't want to sell it, or you don't have to sell it, we'll go out and somebody will say, well, let's put it out at this and see what happens. No, because if I bring you a buyer tomorrow, what are you going to do? If we start getting showings or we don't get showings, and then you're frustrated saying, well, I got that sign out front of my house. How come people aren't here looking at my house? It's because it's not priced for, and it's all market driven. That's what this is. It's a business. And we've been very successful at this business in helping people by pricing the properties well, presenting them well, getting them out for people to see, great quality pictures and verbiage on the listings to help people to find your home.
And proper staging of the home.
If you look at pictures, and I realize that you've got a whole nother life going on right now, but that's going to settle down one way or the other come Tuesday. And when that happens, and when you look at the pictures of houses and you see some of the pictures and you just go, oh my God. And we've had people do that. We've gone to people's houses and said, have you ever looked at your house online? Have you ever looked to see how your home is being presented? How your neighbors see your home is being presented? Oh, no. And we'll show them. Here, this is it. This is what your home looks like. Oh, my God. That doesn't even look like my house. Well, that's partly staging. It's partly how you take the pictures. It's turning a light on before you take a picture in a room. Don't take a picture of the bed, and put the toilet seat down. Little things like that just are bugaboo things. But when the guy who's in New Jersey, who's sitting in New Jersey, who's thinking about coming here,
and this is actually happened,
wherever here may be, and they're looking online, and they're just, we're a visual society. They open up the thing, and here's the toilet seat up, or there's a bunch of junk on the countertop and stuff. Boom, they're on. They're moved on. They're next, because they've got a lot of options to look at. That's where we shine in that. My honey does such a good job with that, and that's the marketing end of it. But that's not going to. It can help with the price. It can help you to get the correct price. It can't move that price point up. It can't move it up $20,000. I mean, that just is not realistic.
If you're driving a '55 Plymouth, you're not going to get the price of a 2012 Chevrolet.
Oh no. And that's really what we do. And like I say, thank God we've been pretty successful in helping people get to where they want to be at the end of the day, and we've been blessed with people that want to sell. I tell people, if you don't want to sell, if you're just trying to see what the market is, if you're not ready to be in the market, then stay here. This isn't Detroit. This is Mountain Home. This is Mountain View. This is Fulton County, whatever the case may be. Stay here. This isn't like a prison sentence. So that's a big part of it. You have to want to be. It's what a willing seller and a willing buyer are willing to pay for that property. And if you're a hesitant seller, then that can affect the way things go.
Where are we at now that we're coming to the end of February? Have you seen any potential new retired families deciding to look at the Twin Lakes area?
Oh, we've got people in to talk to people every day.
Really?
Every day. I mean, our website, the retiredarkansas.net, is a big draw for people that are thinking of coming down here.
Because I remember when my grandparents were ready back in 1972, they were already making plans. My grandfather was to retire in August of that year, and by February, March, when spring rolled around, they were buying a home at a different location.
And the thing is now with the internet, people that are shopping, they're shopping now. To think they're thinking of coming down in the spring. They're shopping now. They're looking online. Because they've all got access to the same thing. My best advice for those on the internet is to go use Realtor.com. Stay away from Trulia and Zillow and things like that, because there's stuff in there that are old, that there's wrong information on it. The price changes may not have caught up. Stuff sells, and it doesn't come off of there because they get paid by the click. So they're not as interested in making sure that everything on there is correct, that Realtor is, and there's estimates and all these other things that are on there that are just don't have a use in our market, because we sold 1,000 houses last year. The market just sold 1,000 houses. Well, you can't get a base. You can't get an average number based on that small of a piece. So it's just, Realtor's good. You can look, the pictures are on there, the verbiage is on there. You can look at the school districts, get the tax information, everything else, and that's all pretty good.
Yep.
This week in real estate, there were 59 new listings came on, 12 parcels of land, one commercial property, 46 homes came on the market, and they came on in a range of $30,000 to $675,000. Average price coming on the market this week was $164,000. There were 15 sales, 3 parcels of land, 2 commercial properties sold, 10 homes sold this week. Again, we're a little low, and I'm not sure why. I'm going to have to talk to the closers. 10 homes sold in a range of $32,000 to $350,000. The average sale price was $116,000, The average listed price when those homes came on the market was 123, 159 days on market, so we're still right in that 6-month area. But 1.1 million closed this week, so that was pretty good. 15 expired, 24 at price.
1.1 for the
1.1 for the week. Yeah, so at least we're back over a mil.
Yeah.
But that's, I mean, think about this market and the size of this market. We're back over a million. I mean, there's places that didn't do 200,000. Last week, let alone as much as we did. There's still 60 pendings. There's 490. There's 794 homes listed on the MLS.
That's the lowest I've heard in a long
time. Now we're up about 20 from last week as far as actual being listed, and that takes out stuff that's pending and under contract in some form.
Haven't
or another
we been
contingent.
just over 1,000?
We had
July of 14.
Yeah. And that's that time of year you're going to get more because people think that, it's better to put it on in the spring. But like I say, the people that are looking, they're looking already. In 2015, year to date, there were 88 sales for 9.9. And in 16, we've had 86 sales for 9.9. It just worked out to be the same number.
So 9.9 million going into the first week of March. That's good.
That's good
economics right there.
Good. I mean, that shows that we're going forward, and prices are coming up some, but it's supply and demand. We have about 2.5 years worth of housing to sell here, and that's without anything else coming on. So because of the supply here, it helps suppress the pricing to a large degree, and we just don't have that many people that are coming down here all the time. People retire, they come down, we give them the information. It's not for everybody, but boy, for those who come and want to join in, there's no place like it. Mountain Home.
If you want the fishing,
Twin Lakes area,
the quietness
the
of
Ozarks
the area, this is it. If you
phenomenal.
want the nightclub stuff, go to Springfield.
No, not so much.
Final 2 minutes. Talk about the website a little bit. retiredarkansas.net.
The website, as I say, there's a treasure trove of information in there, from links to the hospital, the newspapers, the schools, different events that are coming up, things that people are looking to do in the different areas, the parks, campgrounds, just literally a ton of stuff on there. And it's good information to help people make that decision. Where do we want to go? I was just in Asheville last week, and a great community, but there's 100,000 people there. I mean, we were stuck in traffic the whole time. They're just not prepared for that as it blew up. Biltmore is very nice, but it's a good place to go visit, not to live. And but people that are retiring on that, especially on that East Coast, those are the types of places that they're looking for. If you're coming from New York, 80,000, 100,000 isn't a bad number when you're coming from 7, 8, 9 million. So
that was a nice drive, wasn't it?
It wasn't.
I was envious. You went through Nashville and all that over to Asheville, North Carolina.
Boy, Nashville's exploding. Wow.
I know. My son works south.
The number of cranes that were up there in the sky, I was like, holy cow.
They're Cool Springs area. It's really booming.
And the
phone number, location, sir.
Phone number is 870-405-0793. Give my honey a call. She keeps the book, tells us where to be and when. And the web page, you can go on there, retiretoarkansas.net. Go on there. There's a bunch of contact buttons on there. Send us an email. Tell us what it is you're looking for, how we can help you, and we will do our absolute best to do that.
And the award-winning Z-Team, Bob, Melinda, Zdora, the Z-Team, give them a call for all your real estate needs, 405-0793. Real quick, the Twin Lakes Literacy Council is needing volunteers. You can call 870-425-7323 to help with the Twin Lakes Literacy Council. They need volunteers. What a great bunch.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. They're great. The charity work that gets done here is phenomenal.
That
morning, Your Honor. Your Honor. We had too many Your Honors in here.
That brings us up to news time. We're going to be visiting with Judge Dan Kemp right after this. Stick around. Be right back.